Hey, this is Mr. Aiden from MrAiden.com, and this is the 2021 AP Calculus AB free response question number 6, and this is going to finish out this 2021 AP exam, and it is a differential. It's a really neat kind of practical differential problem. It is one of my more favorite ways to present differentials to students to understand it. And it says a medication is administered to a patient. The amount of milligrams of the medication in the patient at time t hours is modeled by the function a of t and satisfies this following differential equation. At the time t equals 0, there are no milligrams of medication in the patient. And so the first one says a portion of the slope field for the differential equation is given below. Sketch the solution curve through 0, 0. So you can see at 0, 0, we have kind of a positive slope, which means they're starting to give the medication in milligrams per hour or so is starting to increase, and you can see how it's continuing to increase, and then it asymptotes at this 12 value. It asymptotes at this 12 value, and so that is kind of the solution curve through this point of 0, 0. You kind of do the best you can to follow the slope field in this case. And so you can see in part B, they said, interpret this statement as time approaches infinity of a of t is equal to 12. So if you think about what's happening in this slope field, what's happening is as time progresses, the amount of medication in the patient increases to approach 12 milligrams, doesn't it? And so as time becomes infinity, as time is changing, the amount of the medication is continuing to increase to approach 12 milligrams. And so that is what this in context means, is the rate is becoming 0 because the slope is becoming a slope of 0, but we're getting closer and closer to 12 milligrams for the patient as time continues to progress throughout the day. And so then it says, this is the key to this problem, is we're trying to take a look at this differential, and we are going to separate the variables to find the particular solution. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more room. I'm going to delete this and move this up here, and we're going to show this separation of variables. I have my students try many different problems. So if you're taking AP Calculus for the first time or calculus in college, this is a good thing to keep practicing problems on finding particular solutions by separating the variables. And so let's take this differential, and we're going to separate our variables. So we're going to get our y's on one side, all of our numbers on the other side. So we're going to get 1 over 12 minus y dy equals 1 over 3 dt. Remember that 3 was on the denominator, so we kept it out. Now we're primed and ready to integrate. So you can see how we separate our variables. We're primed and ready to integrate. Now the integration of 1 over anything is going to be natural log of the absolute value of 12 minus y. But according to the chain rule, because we have negative y, we're going to have to put a negative in front, because as we took the derivative of natural log of 12 minus y, we would get 1 over 12 minus y and a negative value because of the chain rule there. And what's the integral of 1/3 with respect to time is 1/3 t plus c, some constant c. And so let's now use my initial solution. So we're going to use this initial solution of a of 0 is equal to 0, and we're going to plug in our values here, okay, because we have to find out what c is. So that gives us negative natural log of 12, because 12 minus 0 equals 1/3 times 0 equals c. So I know that c is equal to negative natural log of 12. And so now I'm going to come back to this problem, and I have negative natural log of 12 minus y equals 1/3 t plus c. So what was c? Negative natural log of 12. Okay? And so that is where we're at so far. Now we're going to move this negative over. So again, I'm just going step by step. Natural log of 12 minus y equals this guy becomes positive, so it's natural log of 12 minus 1/3 of t. And now we're ready to move the natural log over. Okay, so when we move the natural log over, we're going to be left with 12 minus y on the left-hand side. And the opposite of natural log is e. Now, what happens to this e? It is going to cancel out with this natural log, so that's going to be a constant that comes out front. So 12e to the negative 1/3 t. 12e to the negative 1/3 t. Now we're going to move the 12 over, and so we have negative y equals 12e to the negative 1/3 t minus 12. We're going to have to move the negative over, which means y is equal to 12 minus 12e to the negative 1/3 t. And that is your particular solution. And you can check to see if this works. You can plug in 0. E to the 0 power is 1. 12 minus 12 is equal to 0. That initial solution does work. So what did we do? We separated the variables first, then we integrated. We integrated the left side using the chain rule. We integrated the right side. We plugged in our initial solution. We found out what C was, and then we plugged back in C, and we just did algebra to get it to a nice answer. And that is the whole 2021 AP Calculus AB free response exam. I hope that helped. Check out MrEden.com if you haven't. It's a one-stop shop for all your chemistry, physics, and calculus needs. Thanks, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video that you might watch. Spread the word, MrEden.com.